Hello, Squirrel Tribe 2.0. It is Sunday, my dudes. Hopefully you guys are having a fabulous end of the weekend, which is always the sucky part because Sunday is the end of the weekend. I remember when I was in corporate America, Friday, you're all excited to get to Saturday. Saturday, you're so excited that it's Saturday. And then Sunday, you wake up and you're like, oh crap, tomorrow's Monday. So then it feels like you wasted half your weekend because only one half of it was enjoyable. The other half was looking, dreading the next day. For me, I don't have to dread tomorrow because, I work for myself from home and all that fun stuff. So instead Sundays are my clean day. So now Sunday mornings I wake up and go, oh crap, I gotta wash clothes, I gotta sweep again, I gotta mop again, I gotta clean the shower doors, I gotta do all this stuff. So even I don't love Sundays, which is why I decided that to perk up my Sunday, I was gonna talk to you guys. So the man and the kid left to go hang out at the clubhouse, maybe play ping pong, maybe play pool. I think there's a little thing of I think it's shuffleboard, but it's not because it's not one like what's the one? The shuffleboard's the big one with the stick where you push the thing down. Well, there's another small version where you throw like a little puck down the thing. And I don't know what that's called. Puckleboard? I know that's not it. I don't know what it's called, but it's something like that. So maybe they'll have fun doing that while I do this with y'all. So today, I am not wearing that new foundation that I bought, as you can tell, because today is Sunday Bum Day. It's not Sunday Fun Day, it's Sunday Bum Day. On Sundays, I might put a little bit of powder on, some mascara. You're lucky if I remember to brush my teeth until, bedtime. But yeah, I have coffee teeth, tea teeth from this morning, so I didn't brush my teeth yet. It is what it is. It's Sunday at 3:40 in the afternoon. I'm still wearing slippers. I took a shower and immediately put back on sweatpants and a sweatshirt like a bum. Whatever, it's Sunday. Who cares, right? That's how I feel about it. I also feel the same way Monday through Saturday, so it's whatever. But so yesterday, y'all, we did a lot of fun stuff. And then one of the fun stuffs we did was the kid wanted to go to Ulta. But first she wanted to go to Sephora because she's trying to find a concealer kind of thing because she gets darker areas under her eyes. She wanted to find like a little concealer just to cover up the darkness under her eyes. So we go to Sephora. Don't really find anything there. And then she's like, well, can we go to Ulta? Because I've got a gift card there, which I got her for Christmas. So we go to Ulta. And while we're there, and she's looking at all these things, I'm like, let me just meander over to the side for, 40 and up and all the face creams. So I go over to the side with Clinique because I know I like Clinique stuff. I used to use Clinique when I was younger. I use the Clinique Micellar. I don't know how you're supposed to say that. Micellar wipes, the little purple package I have to get my makeup off at the end of the day. And when I made that last video with you guys, trying on that new Il Maquillage, I don't know how to say that brand, but when I was trying on their foundation and I mentioned to you that I just have the reddest skin in the history of red skin, it occurred to me yesterday I was at Ulta, I was like, well, I need a new lotion that might possibly help with redness. So I actually got this stuff from Ulta, this Clinique thing, hoping that it's gonna work. This redness solutions. I don't know if any of y'all use this because I know a lot of y'all said that you also deal with like a rosacea kind of thing like I do. Even with my powder on, you can, it's really normally red right here. I'm really shiny, oily today and just whatever. But I got this stuff in hopes that this will help. I put some on this morning and I don't feel as red, but I think it's gonna take more than one time. But I did get the Clinique Redness Solutions Daily Relief Cream. It doesn't say if you're supposed to use it. Oh, no, it does. It doesn't say it on the box, but on here, apply all over face twice daily. So I'm going to do this in the mornings. I'm going to do it at night before bed and then see how that works. But then I got this one too because I was like, maybe I need some wrinkle correcting cream because y'all see the faces I make. Y'all see like I'm getting like all the lines and stuff. So I was thinking that something like this, like wrinkle correcting cream would be helpful. And I was like, okay, well, I'll do this one at night. But here's my question. If I do this one, does it defeat this one? Like, wouldn't the redness relief cause a barrier so that then this one wouldn't work? Am I gonna have to like alternate each night? I'm not girly enough or makeup sophisticated or whatever enough to know exactly how it all works. So I think of it in the terms of paint. That's what I think of it as. But in paint, you put a primer on and it covers up all the crap underneath, and then you put the top coat on and it makes it better. So then I'm like, well, then can I look at the redness solutions as like a primer where it covers up all the red crap, and then I can put this on and it makes it better. But I think that this would be the primer and then the foundation would be the paint part. So I think I have to every other day these things. So this one here, according to this, it says also to apply to face and neck, use twice daily. Well, it's just not feasible. It's not feasible. You can't use two lotions at the same time, right? Like, isn't that purpose defeating? I don't know. Y'all tell me because I don't know. But I am going to try this one later. I'm not going to lie. Clinique is not the cheapest, but I trust it. Like I can't use oil of Olay stuff because it breaks me out. It burns, it hurts. Same thing with Banana Boat and Noxzema. I can't do a bunch of those kind of things. So I'm hoping that this will do something to help with the aging of the skin, if you will. I've been drinking a shit ton of water lately. I have cut out all sodas. I have not had a Dr. Pepper in, it's been a month since I had a Dr. Pepper. I feel like they need to give me an AA thing for Dr. Pepper because that's probably my addiction more so than mimosas. I haven't had a mimosa since we did Mimosa Monday, so that's easier for me to stay away from than Dr. Pepper. So I'm very proud of myself because we went to Chipotle yesterday, which, I'm going to TMI the crap out of this one for y'all, but we went to Chipotle yesterday and I almost had words with a 17-year-old doofus behind the thing because he pissed me off, but that's not the point. But last night around, I don't know, 3 something in the morning, I woke up and I was like, oh, I have to pee. So I got up and my brain goes, take your phone just in case. And I was like, okay, cool. Because I guess my brain was like, man, this is more than just pee. So I go to the bathroom and I need, this is going to be TMI, but I need to understand if I had some sort of serious health issue or what. So I go to the bathroom and I'm using the bathroom, right? And I sleep in a t-shirt and underwear. I don't sleep in anything else most of the time. A t-shirt and underwear, a sweatshirt and underwear, depending on the day. So I'm in the bathroom, t-shirt on, underwear around my ankles because I'm on the toilet, right? And my body makes this noise that's like, hey, it's a good thing you brought that phone. You're going to be in here for a minute, ma'am. And I was like, oh, crap. Like, literally. My stomach started doing this thing. And the next thing I know, I literally, I told my husband this morning, I said, it's a good thing I took the phone with me because I was literally, see how far apart my fingernails are? I was literally this close to calling him to come into the bathroom because I thought I was going to pass out while I was on the toilet. And my brain at the time was like, wouldn't you rather just pass out than pass out with your underwear around your ankles and, you know, possible doo-doo and on your butt and then, you know, naked in the floor? Like, is that really how you want your husband to find you? Whatever. But I didn't call him. But so I'm in the bathroom and out of nowhere, I swear this was my first legit hot flash, but I don't know. Because we ate Chipotle at like 5:15, okay? 5:15. And we came back home. I did have a glass of wine last night, 2 glasses of wine last night. And then at 3 o'clock, go to the bathroom, right? And my body, out of nowhere, y'all, out of nowhere, my body felt like it was 10,000 degrees. I was so hot, I could feel sweat dripping like down my elbow and like the side of my thigh and down my back. I was so hot, I turned on the water in the faucet next to me and just stuck my hand under it trying to get cold. And then I was like, maybe you need to drink water. And I'm literally trying to get water from the faucet in my hand to my mouth on the toilet, which wasn't working. And then I was like, oh God, I'm so hot. I took my t-shirt off and threw it on the floor. So I'm just sitting there just buck ass naked with my underwear around my ankles trying to poop and sweating to death. And then I'm so hot. And then out of nowhere, it felt like my entire body was covered in icy hot, you know, that muscle relaxing stuff. And then I'm like, oh gosh, I don't know what to do here. And then I don't know if I got into my head too much, but then I'm like, you're going to pass out. You feel like you're going to pass out. Because I felt like I did when I had COVID and I woke up one night just sweating profusely and I tried to go out into the living room. And by the time I got to the living room and tried to drink some water, because I went to get water, I realized that everything was going horribly wrong. And I didn't make it back to the bedroom to wake Kevin up in time before I fell and slammed my face into the door frame because I passed out. But I hadn't eaten in like 6 days. And so that made sense. On the toilet last night made no sense whatsoever. My body felt like I had to, you know, like Taco Bell style Chipotle use the bathroom, but it was kind of working and kind of not. But the sweats and then the feeling like my whole body was icy hot after the sweats and the feeling like I was going to pass out, all of it, it was slightly terrifying. I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? I'm literally trying to Google things at the same time of trying not to pass out while trying to keep putting cold water on myself because I don't know what's going on. I was like, it's too late for an allergic reaction to something. It's been freaking hours since you ate. I've had diarrhea before. This doesn't feel like that. And so then I literally in Google, I said, really hot body. That could have gone horribly wrong if I just hit enter at that. But I said, really hot body, have to poop, cold sweats, and I don't remember, and feel like I'm going to faint. And it came back and it was like, you either have irritable bowel syndrome or it's hot flashes. And I was like, Is this what the fuck hot flashes feel like? No, take them. How do I give them away? How do I give them back? How do I get rid of everything in me that causes hot flashes? Do you just need all of my uterus? Here, I'll find a way to get it for you. I don't know what needs to happen, but you can have it. If this is what a hot flash feels like, and people get these while they're driving, while they're in the middle of a grocery store, it's not just for at night. Like, I can't imagine if that had been in public. I would have gotten freaking naked in the middle of Publix if I started sweating like that, and I would just sat my naked bare ass on the cold linoleum in Publix and been like, somebody please pour a bottle of water over my head. I don't know what it was. I was on that toilet in that bathroom for probably 45 minutes going, just don't pass out. You'll be fine. Just don't pass out. This is not how you want your family to find you, is, you know, like this. Do not pass out. And so finally at like 3:45 or 4 o'clock, I had been there long enough that now my butt cheeks had gone to sleep. My tips of my toes were asleep from the way I was sitting and, you know, rocking back and forth kind of on the toilet. And so I put my t-shirt back on, pulled the underwear up, wiped my butt, obviously. And then I was like, I'm not getting back in bed. I'm gonna lay on the couch. So I went and laid on the couch and I was perfectly fine, perfectly fine. Then at 6 o'clock, it started raining and I woke up and I was like, oh, that's nice. And then my body said, you should go back in the bathroom. And I was like, ah. So I went back in the bathroom and it was not at all like it was the first time. This time I literally just used the bathroom. I don't know what happened at the 3 a.m. moment. If that is a hot flash where you're perfectly fine, literally perfectly fine, and then out of nowhere, it is like you are that blue inferno thing from Hercules, but then somebody poured ice on you like you're Elsa from Frozen. Like, I don't know what the hell that was, but I did not like it. Whatever it was, I did not like it. It literally was probably the worst thing I've ever experienced and scared the crap out of me. But then at the same time, like, I knew I was fine. First, I was like, oh my God, is it my appendix? Is my appendix bursting? Is my body filling with like weird stuff? No, nothing over there hurt. And then I was like, oh no, did something else rupture? Did your like intestines rupture and you have doo-doo filling your body and that's why it feels like your whole back is like icy hotted? No, I'm pretty sure that's not accurate, but I like to play the what if game and then scare the crap out of myself literally while I'm on a toilet at 3-something in the morning. So I slept until like 9 o'clock after I finally went back to sleep. I was like, no, I just need to go to sleep. And then everything's been fine. But that 3 o'clock thing with the hotness and then the icy hot feeling, I don't like that. I don't like that shit at all. I don't know what that was, but nope. Don't want to do that again. I mean, I have woken up hot in bed and sweaty where like right here, the shirt has been wet and like I've been sweating, which doesn't make sense because we sleep with it 68 degrees in the apartment, ceiling fan on and floor fan on. So I shouldn't wake up hot. And I'm like, okay, well, that's obviously a hot flash in the middle of the night. I'm guessing demons entered my body at 3-something today because I don't know what that was, but it was awful. There's people in my life I don't like. And even for those people, I was like, oh, I don't want this for you. I don't even want this for you. And I really don't like you, but I don't want this for you. I don't want that for anybody. And if that's an actual hot flash that all the women are going through, who decided that's what we have? We have to endure some really effed up stuff. We got the childbirth. We got the, you know, dealing with the child for the rest of their life because, you know, it's a lot of work. And then the dealing with men for the rest of our lives. And then now you want to throw hot flashes in there and like all this menopause stuff. And what do men do? What do men do? Their balls sag and maybe touch the toilet, the water in the toilet when they get older. Okay. And then they get long ear hairs and nose hairs. What? And maybe their penis stops working. Whatever. But like, what else do they have to do? It's literally just us that has all the crap thrown at us. Anyway. There's my TMI for the day. I just wanted to bring that to your attention. So I was on the good old interweb earlier this morning, and I came across this article about this lady who, it's in like Australia or someplace. She's been renting this house for 20 some odd years, and her landlord is some millionaire dude who owns a bunch of stuff, bunch of properties or whatever else, and he passed away. And he left all of his money to a hospital that had done like a kidney transplant for him or something like 30 years ago because that's what kept him alive for the last 30 years. And so he's grateful. So he donated like $18 million to this hospital, right? And then the properties that he owned, he sold them all off to people, right? Except for the one that this older woman is living in. She's 75 years old. She's been in this home for 20 years, renting this at $250 Australian dollars a week, which I don't know what that is in US. I didn't do any kind of calculations or conversions there. She's been paying $250 Australian money a week for the last 20 years. There has never been a upcharge or a rent increase, right? Same amount forever. And so when the guy died, she was like, oh, now I'm going to have to go find some new place to live. But you've been paying such a low amount for so long that trying to get into a new place would be almost impossible. I mean, can you imagine if you were able to pay what you were paying 20 years ago for something now? I think that's why New York doesn't do the, what is it it's called? Because Friends, the show Friends, they had it, where your apartment is the same price always. I can't think of the word. No, what's it called? Man, this is when the squirrel brain pisses me off. Look, hold on, let's Google. What's it called in New York? I feel like other people do it. What's it called in New York when your rent doesn't go up? When your rent stays the same. Is that what it's called? What's it called? Rent stabilization? No, that's not it. Regulation? Maybe that's it? Stabilized? I don't feel like that's the right word. That didn't sound right. Whatever, rent control, haha, there we go, rent control. So she's had rent control for 20 years at $250 a week of Australian money, so it's $1,000 a month. Even if $1,000 in Australian money was equal to $1,000 in American money, trying to find a 2-bed, 2-bath house to rent for $1,000 a month anywhere in this country feels like it'd be very, very difficult, right? So she was all worried she was going to have to move out and go move in with her stepkids or a friend or something and like start over and go back to work at 75 so she could afford to live. But when the guy died, he left her the house. So she owns it. Now, I mean, now, of course, she'll have to pay property tax, if they even have property tax like that in Australia like they do here. I don't know if they do. I assume they do, right? Probably. But now she owns it. He left it to her. So I was like, man, there's some millionaires out there who don't suck. I just thought it was a really nice story because there's a lot of people that are getting up there in age who live in places, and a lot of times you see in the news where, I don't know what city, we'll pull one out the butt. We'll say Chicago because I like Chicago, but I know Chicago has some very shady dealings. I like downtown Chicago, let's be real specific. But parts of Chicago, I've seen where people are being evicted, you know, even though they've lived there their whole entire lives. You can be 100 years old, but they don't care. They want that property for something, so they kick you out. I remember there was an older woman somewhere in Atlanta that was supposed to get evicted, and I think Tyler Perry paid all of her stuff so that she didn't get evicted. I also remember that Tyler Perry paid for everything for Cicely Tyson, the actress. I loved her. Paid everything for her towards the end of her life so she didn't have to worry about anything, even though I'm pretty sure she's probably a millionaire at that point. But it was just a gesture, a nice gesture, I guess. But I was telling Kevin, you know, we just re-signed our lease here in the apartment for 2 more years. And we were talking about it because it's like, well, you could sign for 1 year, and it's going to go up a little bit, or you can sign for 2 years. And technically the 2-year apartment saves us almost $75 a month for the next 2 years, which adds up, right? So I'm still going to act like we're paying that $75. I'm just going to set it off to the side. So at the end of 2 years, we have that $75 a month to go towards whether it's moving costs to get out of here to go someplace else, or it'll help go towards towards a down payment if we decide to do a house in 2 years. But I was telling him that there's a lot of houses around us that are going up for rent right now, which is absolutely amazing, but it also kind of sucks because we did just sign a 2 years lease at the apartment. But the houses that are going up for rent right now, I'm like, I wonder in 2 years if the prices would still be the same, or if they're going to go up, if they're going to go down. Will we ever see like that happy sweet spot in the rental market or even the homeowner market like we used to? And I don't know how we got rid of this topic, but I was thinking about it because there's going to be a lot of people younger than me who are, you know, let's say you're in your 20s and you're finishing college and you want to go out and get your own home, get your own apartment, get your own whatever else. How is that going to work for first-time home buyers in the foreseeable future? Like, will interest rates come down? Are they going to stay the same? Will house prices go up? Will they come down? Like, will you ever be able to own anything again? Or will everything be rentals or lease options? Because with how difficult it is to get a loan these days for a mortgage, like you have to jump through hoops and basically hand them your firstborn child and both your kidneys, because you don't need those, right? What are kidneys good for? In order to get approved for these loans anymore. I don't see how younger generations are going to do it. But at the same time, everybody's talking about like the younger generations not being able to get into their starter home. But what about the older generations who aren't going to be able to stay in their end home because maybe their home is paid off, but now their property insurance is through the friggin' roof. Their homeowner's insurance is through the friggin' roof, and they can't afford those things because they live on Social Security or because they're living off their 401k, their retirement, their whatever else. So it's just a thing. A lot of people focus on how it sucks for younger generations coming up. They don't have it as easy when it comes to getting into home buying and stuff as older generations did. But I don't know that enough people are thinking about how older generations now may have had it easy getting in, but now they're having such a hard time staying in a home they've been in. Because let's say you're somebody who's been in your home, you and your husband, you and your wife, whatever, have been in your home for 30 years. Kids are all gone. You're getting older. You've got this 5-bed, 4-bath, 3,500 square foot place that's 2-story, and you're getting older and you're like, well, we need a ranch. We can't use the 2nd story because those stairs are treacherous at our age or whatever, right? So you think, well, I'm going to sell my home and go buy something new. Yeah, no, you're not, because you're selling a home that's paid off. Yeah, you'll probably get a good amount for it, but now you're back into the rat game of this high interest rate and these extremely high prices just to downsize. Like, it's so stupid. Downsizing now costs more than staying in a bigger thing. I don't know. That's just random. I was thinking about that. I randomly think about stuff. Y'all know how this works. So that's all. I just want to talk to you about that. I hope you guys are having a good Sunday. There's like so many things I want to talk to you about, but then we'd be here for 75 hours and I mean, I could do it, but I don't think y'all really want to spend your entire Sunday with me. So there's that. I think that's it. I think I'm gonna let you go. But I have learned one thing, that whether it's hot flashes or not that, tried to kill me at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm never eating Chipotle again. I'm never eating Chipotle again, because if it was because of Chipotle, that was freaking awful. Never doing it. Never in life. Or maybe just not the one by us. I'll probably eat Chipotle again. I don't want to, but at some point I will forget about what happened at 3 o'clock in the morning and then I'll eat Chipotle. And then it might happen again and I'll be like, crap. No pun intended. Shouldn't have ate Chipotle. So there's that. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for letting me ramble on like I do. I appreciate you immensely. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your Sunday. Tomorrow's Mimosa Monday, my dudes. So be excited. Yeah. I'll see y'all then. Love you. Bye.